flowers, and this is for Patricia because she really likes this poem, she told me. So it's called Poetry in Flowers. With feet like petals of daffodils, dipped in almond milk, mind a butterfly, nudged by the toothed leaves of buttercup. I dash to chase the breeze of daisies singing melodies. My marigold heart, a few kisses old, echoes the thunder and confesses to the transient spell of beauty. Tulips, me knows he wasn't a blunder. I glance through memories of gladiolus, or was it mustard fields? Happy was me. But I wilt like Van Gogh's sunflower in captivity, until the round-up turnring in the sky serenades me with its color, and tulips bring rhythmic words of poetry. I swear I'm not trying to be a narcissist here or like go on my book promotion spree. It's just that I wanted to promote my book. So this is my first book actually which came out. It's called Because All Is Not Lost, and perhaps my book, I shouldn't say my only book, but one of the books that's closest to me because it's almost like a tribute to my dada, which means my paternal grandfather. I lost him when I was 5, and people who've heard me before, it might be like a repetition for them, but this is like a really close story for me. He died of cancer, and towards the end he lost his voice, but he would write notes, and one of the things was he never wanted me to leave the arts. And it's pretty incredible for a South Asian man, like from my grandparents' generation, to recognize that my granddaughter need not be a doctor or a lawyer, or she should pursue the arts. So this book is for him. And it might sound morbid, but the whole point of this book is, I'm sorry, and pardon my profanity, but shit happens. Shit happens, but we learn to move on. And end of the day, there's always a silver lining in the worst of the situations. We do realize that in hindsight. It's called Moving On. Loss, like the seeds of strawberries, is littered everywhere, drowning faith in its pulp. A letter cannot swim across the ocean if the griever is insistent and smiles only halfway through the beat. The effort has to come from the reef that's hidden underneath the guilt of mortal burdens, the caves of hopelessness. Loss, a bookmark for embalmed pages, marked with stains that should be revisited, only to learn, not memorize the events. Just have a couple of more poems. The next one is called I've Planned My Funeral, and it's upcoming in this magazine called Clockwise Cat. A very close friend of mine, his father passed away last summer, I want to say. And when the husband and I went to his funeral for the service and at the wake, and that's when I realized the difference is I'm Hindu. Like how your life begins and how your life ends is just so different. But like the one thing which, what can you like in a morbid situation like that? But if you were to compare, then people were in the right spirits. There was music and food and everybody was saying nice things. And I came home and I was like, that's how I want my end to be. And I kept saying to my husband, if that doesn't happen, then you see all the photographs on the wall, that's the ghost. That's me. Minding, but that's exactly what I wanted. So the poem is called I've Planned My Funeral. My hands smelling of freshly baked focaccia will look rested on a summer evening. Family drowning in a room with red walls will consummate with food and flavors of music. Friends sipping from pitchers of memory will sprawl on the sofa of soft giggles and anecdotes. Bowls of honey filling mouths of people pouring like night will birth tongues of kind words. The breeze will carry scent of yellow roses from my grave to the bed, so dust never settles. I know what I will be denied, as fires reduce me to ashes. Hindu Pandit whispers his religious beliefs into temples of masculine believing ears. words mummified, sand trapped in the hourglass like my last wishes. The next poem is titled Death Announcement, and I promise you it's not morbid. It's upcoming again in Cindy's publication in one of the fall issues, first literary review release. So it's called Death Announcement. Bullets pouring blood of innocence on the streets of Afghanistan. Blaring horns feast on the crumbs of myth called sanity. I wake up hoping the scream caught in the corners of my mouth would escape barrenness, prevented from stealing my words. Wishes don't strike like the monsoon, I forget. A dachshund on a leash chasing the crow. I leap, but fail. Concrete jungle pours cement on my pen. A prisoner tattooing ink of incoherence on paper. I mourn my fingertips. Oh, Icarus, was I foolish to believe city life could sing songs of creativity?